It is a quarter to the weekend, and we couldn't be more excited to be bringing you Smell the Coffee this beautiful Thursday morning. You are joined by Diana Master and the gorgeous Aina Riza Rizzle, the sexiest of the sexy. Boo, boo, boo.
Darling, wow.
Make your own happiness.
It's the excitement for me. Listen, it's quarter to Friday.
Yes.
This week has existed. It went on
and on. We're entering the second year of this week.
I feel like we've been in this week.
We've been in this week.
I was saying to myself, is it only me, or like is it just extremely long? Like it's just not ending.
Very long.
I wake up and it's still another weekday, and then I wake up again into another weekday. I'm like, when does this end?
What is going on? When does this week end? Like,
but I'm excited that it finally ends tomorrow, and then on Monday we can start afresh
again.
But you know what I saw that was beautiful today? I saw just randomly as I was scrolling through my socials, apparently God can still do a lot in 6 months. So I just wanted to say that to you, to myself, and to you, just like we are now 6 months out of it, and 6 months into it, a lot can still happen.
A lot
just because it didn't happen the past 6 months
doesn't mean
it can't happen in this 6 months. You know that you can even get opportunities worth 10 years in 1 month.
That's true.
Anything can happen, so don't give up. Your work will soon be rewarded. I'm just saying that for myself.
And I needed to hear that too. No, I also needed to hear that. I think it's one of those things whereby, as much as yes, we have faith and we believe and whatnot, sometimes your circumstances are like, no, is it really going to happen? And then you get discouraged and then you lose faith. But then we are people that need to walk by faith, not by sight.
Yeah.
So you can't let what you see, you can't let your 3D influence, your faith.
Just what I learned from Bonang is that you dress up for where you're going, not where you're at.
Yes.
And I think even though your circumstances aren't really ideal right now, prepare for where you're going. Live as though you're already where you want to be.
You're already
just
there,
because today you don't have a job doesn't mean that, okay, you must be downtrodden.
Go to Vernhill in your formal way.
Yeah, like just continue applying.
Yeah.
Be dressed for where you're going always. And when we say dress, we don't mean literally like clothing. Just even in terms of your character, in terms of the action that you are doing.
How you carry yourself as well.
Faith works by action, right? So dress for where you're going, my darling, not where you are right
and how
now.
You carry yourself.
Like me, I'm going to New York. So
I'm
dressed.
So yes, I'm going to Korea, y'all.
Yes. So we are dressed for those occasions.
Where we are going. And I always like the fact that, God works in mysterious ways and fast.
Yeah.
Something that could take it looks like it's so long. And I'll share just a brief testimony. My sister applied to go to Germany, applied for her visa. It took 7 months for her visa. Every time she would go there, no, unfortunately, no, what. And then just one day, everything
happened.
Next thing,
so fast.
Flights.
Gone.
Next thing, what? Everything ended up happening in the space of a week. Within a week, she was gone. From the time they said your visa has been approved.
That's what I'm telling you, that you can get 10 years worth of opportunity or success or whatever, even in one day.
Yeah.
Even in 1 week or 1 month, you can get it all.
You can get it all. You just need to stand firm in your faith and believe that, you know what, it will happen. I know, yes, sometimes it's hard because you've been waiting for 10 years. But then once it's time, you need to be prepared because it's like there was a meme that I saw on Instagram that said walking with God is so strange because you just be like, okay, it's time to go now. And everything is so urgent and it's like, pop, everything happens so fast. So you just need to, like Anna's saying, dress for where you're going. Always be prepared. Know that if someone tomorrow offers you that job, are you ready to start? Because sometimes they'll even tell you, we need you to start today.
Now.
Now.
Come through.
Yeah. You need to be ready. You need to be prepared. You can't let your circumstances fool you and, distort your faith and distort your vision.
Yeah.
That's all we can say. But yeah, that's our little word of wisdom this morning.
Word of the day.
Word of the day. We will be right back with our top stories right after this break.
Attention kids, we have some exciting news for you. We are back, and this year we are planning on going big. So listen up. If you are in grade 3, grade 2, grade 1 or pre-primary, we are bringing your free school workbooks to you soon. This is all you need to know about where you can find your books. Books will be available for free in Ripper Buchanan Street Sale newspapers and all Namibian Sun newspapers. And for all pre-primary kids out there, your books will be delivered to your school in all 14 regions of Namibia. And there's more. Pre-primary books will also be printed in 9 different languages. Check out when your book will be available from the schedule right here. That's not all. Our free online school is there to help you along the way with video lessons and more books to download. You can also follow along on NTV every Monday to Friday from 9:30 to 11:30 for your daily online school lesson. We thank all our sponsors who are helping to build a brighter future for Namibia. Contact us at info@acdtrust.com and follow us on Instagram.
Now, before we get into our news, just an interesting fact. Today is actually World Population Day.
Yeah.
But now, let's dive into something more weird, something saucy, actually. Condiment couture is a saucy new trend that merges fast food with high fashion. In the latest collaboration between food and fashion, Kate Spade and Heinz have created a capsule collection celebrating condiment couture. While the saucy collection might seem random, the companies claim it's a natural fit that embraces the best parts of both brands. Kate Spade is unmistakably known for its colorful and bubbly styles, and fans can now relish in the accessories featuring Heinz's signature branding in classic red color. The delicious collab, which officially dropped in select stores and online at Kate Spade, features totes, purses, clothing, footwear, keychains, and phone cases, solidifying the condiments red as the color of the summer. The flavorful collection is just the latest that has been squeezed out of the food meets flavor trend, with designer Rachel Antonoff's Pasta Puffer recently hitting headlines. Antonoff even has an entire edibles collection complete with pasta prints, coffee sweaters, and Aperol spritz dresses. In recent years, fashionistas have been donning food-inspired accessories such as watermelon purses or shrimp cocktail earrings as a way to express themselves, since the specific food one chooses to wear is more representative of a person's personality than stripes or dots. The museum at the Fashion Institute of Technology even hosted a food and fashion show last fall featuring some of the biggest names in couture. In fact, Heinz's biggest competitor, Hans, released its own collection last summer in collaboration with Lisa Says God to hop on the Tomato Girl summer trend. Meanwhile, Heinz and Kate Spade shared that the collection is inspired by the generations of loyal fans with their kitchen and closet samples.
I am actually so obsessed with, this idea.
Right?
I think it's so cute.
It's very cute. I wouldn't mind that little purse.
Yeah, it's so cute, and the shade, it's beautiful, man.
It's gorgeous.
Yes, well done. I think we should have more food and fashion collabos even in Namibia.
Yeah.
Why do we not have fashion shows where I know maybe people are exhibiting beggars and the model has a beggar, but also
it's a beggar. Imagine a burger beret or a burger hat.
Something, and even like the clothing,
Yeah.
it will just give. I think it's brilliant.
Let's do it.
But as we are not fashion designers,
We can be.
we can be
anything we put our minds to. Please come to our fashion show. We don't know when, we don't know where, we don't know how, but just come.
Yeah.
Just save the date. Just know that some way, somehow, there's going to be this fashion show that features food and fashion.
But
Yeah.
it looks cool, man. Like,
It's
especially
unique.
the shirt and the jean. It's just like my vibe. It's something I would wear.
Yeah, and it's,
Yeah.
I like how unique it is, because I'm always a fan of things that look like other things but aren't what they're supposed to be. You
yeah.
understand? Like with that little purse, someone would be like, "Why do you have such a huge ketchup
Sign
sachet?"
or- yeah.
You know, and it's like, "No, that's actually my purse." And it's like, "Oh, that's so cute." I love things like that.
It's
Actually,
very, very
even
cute.
purses that look like a phone or whatever, things like that.
Purses that look like a shoe.
You know?
I saw this one cute purse that is like a little stiletto. I'm like, oh,
I had
this
that.
is so cute.
I had that, like, this was back in, I think, 2009. There was a trend that was taking over South Africa, right? And my sister got me this handbag. It was actually like a handbag that looked like a boot, and it even had like the heel. Looking back, it was not cute at all. But it
you were
was so
trending.
cool.
It was a trend.
It was a trend, and it was so cool. And I was
Yeah.
the only one at school who had it. Like, everyone was like, "Oh my goodness, your bag is so cool!"
You were in
Because it had a
trend.
because you like place it on like a counter or whatever, and it would actually stand because of the heel.
Nice.
And so, yeah, looking back, it did not look cool
It
or
did-
cute. It did not eat.
It did
but
not eat, but nonetheless. Okay, let's move on to our next story. The EFF has slammed the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture for victimizing BET award-winning Makadzi. This as confusion continues to mar the recent announcement by the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Gayton McKenzie's decision to publish the names of athletes and artists who receive funding from the department. On Monday, McKenzie indicated that he will be publishing the details of athletes, superfans, and artists who are being funded by his department in a bid to make the process of funding transparent. The minister promised to publish the names of the artists by 10 a.m. on Wednesday, while his department in a statement said it has supported Makadzi through performance gigs amounting to 230,000 rand. This comes after the popular artist hinted that she had to pay from her pocket in order to attend the award ceremony in the U.S. last week. The Department of Sports, Arts and Culture has noted the public reaction that followed the recent instruction by the minister for the department to publish the names of the creatives and athletes who receive money from the department. Subsequently, the department has received inquiries from the media about the lack of financial support provided to Makadzi by national government on her recent trip to the BET Awards in the United States. Makadzi made the country proud by receiving a BET Award for Best New International Artist. Now, the department strongly rejects the assertion that it has not supported Makadzi. Over the past 14 months, Makadzi has been booked by the department to perform in several national engagements, receiving the amount of 230,000 rand. This is according to the statement by the department. On Wednesday, in defense of Makadzi and other artists, the EFF said instead of addressing their stance on official supporters, the department chose to deflect by disclosing the amount of money they paid to Makadzi for her performances and appearances. This is an attempt to portray these payments as a form of support is both disingenuous and reprehensible. Let us be clear. The payments made to Makadzi were for the professional services that were rendered, not for gratuitous support. To insinuate otherwise is to undermine rather her achievements and hard work. The Department of Sports, Arts and Culture should focus on addressing the numerous instances of mismanagement and corruption within the ministry, particularly by top politicians, rather than targeting a successful black woman who has brought pride to our nation. And that was what the EFF statement read. So let me just break it down. Last week, I reported that Makadzi said she had to borrow money to go to
the
BET.
BET, yes.
Yeah. So now the department And now the Ministry of Arts and Culture started getting backlash from the general public. How dare you let a brilliant artist who has
Borrow
done
money,
so much
yes.
for our country borrow money just to attend these awards? Why couldn't the government fund her?
Yeah.
And then now the department is saying now in their defense, apparently they have booked Makazi for gigs over the past however many months, and those gigs amounted to 230,000. But if you book me, that is not support. You are paying for the service I've rendered you. I don't know how the department is getting the two things wrong.
Yeah.
You are supposed to fund the artist.
Yeah.
Funding is different from you
Yeah.
know, paying for the service she
Because
rendered
again,
you.
since she was paid, like you were saying and you're explaining, the money is just going to SARS.
Yes.
Whereas if they're funding the artist, then it's like, okay, listen, we'll fund your flight, we'll
Yes.
fund your hotel.
We are proud
your
of you. You
accommodation.
don't
Yes.
need to perform for us in order
Yes.
for us to give you money. We are giving you money because you are a national treasure. You are going to represent us on a national stage. So we are giving you this million so you can sort yourself out. You don't return it back. Then we are also booking you to come and perform at our engagement. We are paying you 50K.
Yeah.
Those are two different
Those are
things.
two very
You
different
can't
things.
mix me offering you a service with funding me.
Yeah.
So Makazi went online yesterday on social media, and she was crying tears of blood, saying the department, the government is victimizing her because she's always quiet. She doesn't speak up for herself. They have never funded her. Yes, they did book her, but that's not the same as funding. Yeah.
You know, I was about to say my girl can't catch a break, hey?
She can't.
Yo,
Yo.
no, sis. We need to go to the mountain or to the ocean somewhere so that we can leave these curses behind, because like it's just one thing after the other. Like, no, girl.
But I cannot believe a whole department, a whole ministry with intellectual people is confusing funding with service.
When services rendered. I mean, it is what it is. Like I was saying earlier, make your own happiness. People bake and say what they think is fine, what makes them sleep better at night. Because if I tell you, no, but we booked her, I sleep better. I have a better conscience, because it's like, oh, okay, but you know what? We still paid her, technically. You know what I'm saying? Like, people say things to make themselves feel better.
Yeah.
That's that on that. Now, after the break, we are talking to one of the Miss Teen Namibia Top 10 finalists. Stick around for that.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nhcom.na.
This morning on Smell the Coffee, we are chatting with a lovely Miss Teen Namibia Top 10 finalist. She is Felani Shipena, and she exudes grace, beauty, and intelligence. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. Tell us a little bit about who Felani is and what inspired you to join Miss Teen Namibia.
So, Falan is this young 18-year-old. I don't know if that's young, but
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm an 18-year-old from Walvis Bay, currently doing my 12th grade at Greensprout, studying to be a civil engineer.
Nice. Wow. You see what I mean when I say intelligence. But nonetheless, tell us about your experience thus far in the competition.
My experience has been amazing, honestly, because I don't usually come to Windhoek that often. Like, now that I come, eventually, like, maybe weekly. It has been really amazing, but it has taught me to balance. It has taught me to balance my school and the pageant itself. Because currently we're not having holidays at all. So it's just something I need to balance, budgeting as well. I need to learn, I learned to budget properly. Because there is a lot of expenses with traveling back and forth, everything included, like the transport to rehearsals every day. Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you prioritize, you know, your downtime with self-care? I know you spoke about balancing your finances. So then how do you balance self-development?
I definitely put myself, I put myself a reminder, and I put myself a timetable, like to balance everything out. You know, like what to do in the morning, what to do after.
Yeah, the schedule.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I follow it, because if I don't follow it, then everything's not gonna go according
Everything
to
will fall apart.
Yeah.
Okay, how would you address the issue of poverty in Namibia should you be Miss Teen?
Poverty is really something that's affecting a lot of people. Sometimes it's not intentional, like it's not something that you want, but it just happens due to circumstances, like either family issues or, you know, just something that you can't control, basically.
Yeah.
But I feel like with the help with the Miss Teen organization, I can able to maybe create a funding, and then we can have like build houses, basically. Not like houses, or like just this a house for everyone. They can just
Like a shelter.
yeah, like a shelter home, basically, to, you know, just help people get up on their feet, get them a job, and then from there on, I just feel like we can go on, like from where we can help them. Like we can't really help them to be like, okay, we're gonna build your house and we're gonna be paying for your electricity and water, because that will be, I mean, I'm a teenager. I can't really.
I'm just a girl.
Yeah, I'm just a girl. I can't pay everything, so I can only help people that will help themselves to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So that might help the poverty extent right now, because it's very high.
Okay. What are you advocating for? What is your advocacy as a potential Miss Teen Namibia?
So I advocate for body positivity. It's basically educating my fellow youth about how to love your body,
Yeah.
your shape, your size, how to love everything, and how to overcome your insecurities. As a person that have insecurities and that doesn't really, or I didn't really appreciate my body like how I do now. I just wanna like spread that love and support to other people that don't love their body that much.
Yeah.
And encourage fellow young girl child, boy child, that your body is actually perfect, and there's no limit to, like, you know, you can't say, oh, just because you're a bit chubbier than me, you can't model, or like you're a bit too skinny, you can't model. I feel like anything is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then what advice would you give to young aspiring models out there?
I don't know. I think I heard this earlier, that you have to, don't prepare.
Yeah.
Just go for it, and you're gonna love the experience. So also just think about like what you want. If you want to model, first like have that comfort, like, and have that self-control, and like just tell yourself that, you know what, I want to do this. Or you're passionate about modeling, and maybe next year there's a competition, try it.
Yeah.
Don't be so scared. I mean, there's a lot of negative thoughts about it, but they are more positive than negatives, after all.
All right, Phelan, thank you so much for joining us on
Thank
Smell
you.
the Coffee. We wish you all the best in the competition.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We will be right back. Please do stay with us.
we hope you enjoyed our show today. Tomorrow, Glenora will be taking you through. She will be spending the morning with you on Smell the Coffee from Diana Master and Aina Razaqueo. Do have yourselves a lovely Thursday.